In this video, we'll uncover fascinating details about Mad Max: Fury Road. These insights delve into the movie's production, its connection to earlier films, and some intriguing behind-the-scenes facts that might deepen your appreciation for this cinematic masterpiece. To begin, you might be surprised to learn that Fury Road is technically the fifth entry in the Mad Max franchise. The original trilogy, starring Mel Gibson, debuted with the first film in 1979, followed by sequels in 1981 and 1985. While these films laid the foundation for the post-apocalyptic world we see in Fury Road, many viewers are unfamiliar with them. By the time Fury Road was released in 2015, over 30 years had passed, and Mel Gibson had aged out of the role. Thus, the torch was passed to Tom Hardy. Interestingly, the original trilogy reflected the times in which they were made. For example, the second film premiered during the Iran hostage crisis, and one of the villains was named the Ayatollah, a direct reference to the political climate of the era. The evolution of Max's character is another compelling aspect. In the original 1979 film, Max was not yet navigating an apocalyptic wasteland. He was a police officer with a family whose life was shattered when a violent biker gang murdered his wife and child. This loss drove him to seek revenge, setting the stage for the Mad persona. Remarkably, the actor who portrayed the villain in that first film, Hugh Keays-Byrne, returned to play Immortan Joe in Fury Road, more than 45 years later. Fury Road also revisits and reimagines many elements from earlier films. Max's iconic jacket and boots from the original trilogy make a return. His first line in Fury Road, "That's my jacket, give it back," is a direct callback to his previous appearances. Similarly, the skull motif, which began as a symbol for a biker gang, has evolved into a widespread emblem of the apocalyptic culture. The character of Immortan Joe symbolizes control in this barren world. Water and fuel are the new currency, and he monopolizes both. His emblem now includes chains, signifying his dominance over these vital resources. Furiosa, played by Charlize Theron, represents rebellion. Her backstory is connected to the Green Place, a once lush area that became a desert wasteland. The timeline hints that she was abducted from her homeland roughly 7,000 days, or 19 years, before the events of Fury Road. Even the environment itself plays a role in this story. Mutations caused by radiation are common, as depicted in the opening scene where Max catches a two-headed lizard. The War Boys, Immortan Joe's followers, suffer from various illnesses, including tumors and respiratory issues, and rely on healthy people for blood transfusions. This dystopian society embraces death with a disturbing zeal, as the War Boys glorify their demise in the hope of achieving a mythical afterlife in Valhalla. The use of silver spray paint by the War Boys is another fascinating detail. This practice was inspired by Cambodian soldiers who used drug-laced sprays to enhance their courage in battle. There is also a popular fan theory suggesting that Tom Hardy's Max is not the same Max from the original trilogy. Some believe he is actually the Feral Kid, a young character from the second film, who has taken on Max's name and legacy. This interpretation aligns with Hardy's portrayal of a man haunted by guilt over a mysterious girl named Glory, rather than Max's original family. The road to creating Fury Road was as turbulent as its plot. After the third Mad Max film underperformed financially, the franchise was shelved. George Miller, the visionary director, fought to revive it for years. The project was fully prepared in 2001, but was derailed by the events of 9/11, which caused financial and logistical complications. Miller even shifted his focus to other creative projects, such as video games, before returning to Fury Road in 2009. Miller envisioned Fury Road as a predominantly visual narrative with only 63 lines of dialogue, but over 3,500 storyboards. The production was grueling, involving location changes, unexpected rain in the desert, and intense on-set conflicts. Charlize Theron and Tom Hardy, in particular, had a famously strained relationship during filming. Stylistically, Fury Road broke new ground. Unlike most post-apocalyptic films, which often use muted colors to convey bleakness, Miller opted for vivid, oversaturated visuals to make the world feel more vibrant and intense. Mad Max: Fury Road stands as a testament to perseverance and creative ambition. Its intricate world-building, visual storytelling, and deep connections to its predecessors make it a truly remarkable piece of cinema.